What's the number one thing about the Arch Manning situation that has jumped out for you?
I think just again, I've never seen people be so obsessed with a guy who has not played a lot of college football. Like there is just such an obsession over, and I'm not a hater of it at all, but it's just fascinating that it is like, the second the season ended, he's doing a sit down with Marty Smith, and he's doing all these things because now he's decided he'll do NIL deals where he didn't do that before he was a starter, and and that's awesome. I mean, there's stuff about him and the Manning family that is just, it's awesome. And so, you get it, but it is a crazy, crazy amount of expectations and just interest in what he's about to do. And so I don't know if I've ever experienced anything like that, to be honest. I don't think I've been around a college athlete with that type of star power.
Has he spoken to the media? Has there been an availability, and what's that been like?
Yeah, there's been a few throughout, obviously, this season when he did get to play a little bit in for Quinn, and he seems awesome. I mean, he really does. I know that, he was getting he and Quinn both were kind of in a weird situation over the last year, and I think they both handled it well. And, he's super nice and super seems very chill, level-headed. Seems like the guys really like him, and speaks well with the media. And he's a Manning again. Like, I don't know, kind of what it is. So that comes out for sure.
I believe that he has a leg up in a sense that I watch these guys, whether it's Steph Curry or Patrick Mahomes, and now an Arch Manning. Like, when you come from those families where you're around the ballpark, you're around the arena, you're around the stadium, it does make it a little less, underneath the white hot lights and those huge stages. And you also know, like, you've seen your dad stumble and recover.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's a secret sauce there that's really not so secret, that even though the expectations are super lofty, I think he probably does have the mettle and the fortitude where if he makes a mistake, I think he'll be able to be okay and come back, because if he makes 2 or 3 in a row, the sky's going to be falling. But he has a place to go, I'm sure, in a routine and people in a safe space where he can work through that stuff, where some young guys just don't. I mean, you're a 5-star quarterback in West Texas or somewhere else, and you come to Texas to play, and maybe your dad's an auto mechanic or maybe he's a finance guy, but he can't give you that type of wisdom that Peyton Manning can.
Yeah, I mean,
that his father
he
can.
can call a few people, and he'll be getting it whatever advice he needs about. Yeah, they've seen it. That family has seen it all, no doubt. And so I think, even just the fact that his grandpa urged him to not take NIL deals until he was a starter. Like, who is getting that advice in there? Like, kids are not getting that advice, and it's stuff that like that. That's, I think, like, you're right. It kind of sets him apart in how he's prepared for what's to come. But it is. Yeah, I mean, you talk about how big Texas football is, and there's no bigger role than that quarterback, and it is, he'll be in it come the fall. He'll be in it, but I think like you said, I think he's ready for it.